Pepe holders, what's going on? Welcome back. Mark here. We're going to talk Pepe Coin right now in this video. Another Pepe update because the frog is back. We're going to talk about the Pepe price because right now we're entering a very extremely overbought territory. A lot of people are wondering how high can Pepe go? Will we see a little reversal? What's going on in the works? We're going to get down into that discussion. We're going to get into everything Pepe here in this video. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Pepe has been one of those cryptos that, a lot of people wrote off. Ethereum was sluggish. We were trading below 1,400 at one point, and then now really just kind of that's more of a storyline, I think, more than Bitcoin, is how high Ethereum has rebounded. And I think Pepe has been one of those direct benefactors in this conversation. So we're going to get down into this discussion. For those of you that are new here, awesome. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. We do talk crypto and Pepe each and every single day. So I appreciate you all tuning in. It's been a fun ride. It's been one of my favorite cryptos to cover, has been Pepe. And, from a meme coin perspective, it's also been kind of one of the best stories, I think, in terms of just building that brand and what Pepe has to offer. So I want to get talking about it. Let's look into the chart. And for those of you that do hold Pepe, you can see kind of this explosion that we've had. Now, these are daily candles and dating back to May 6th. So just roughly less than a week ago, guys, we have exploded, almost doubling in price, erasing that zero, and now firmly trading above a lot of the moving averages. The story that we have to kind of get into is how high can Pepe go, okay? Because right now, as it stands, people want to know, can we reclaim these all-time highs? I want to bring up a better screen for you. We will kind of use this chart right here. I was doing some other trading earlier, but as we look at Pepe up 4.47%, we're going to bring up the full screen here. This is on BTCC as well. If you guys want to start trading on that platform, spot and leverage trading available to most clients, 14 plus years in the industry, trusted exchange. It's something where it does offer a few perks within promotions and the volume competitions they do have to offer. So if you are a leverage trader, give them a look. Links are down below if you want to start trading on BTCC. I know a lot of traders have made the jump. So make sure you check it out at your own convenience, and be sure to do your own due diligence, and always remember, not financial advice, okay? But this is kind of where we look at the chart here dating back to the end of 2024. And that's where we see Pepe was wicking up almost at that 403 level, okay? And from where we're at right here, guys, we're almost 50% to that level. So this is going to be a pretty big turning point. I think the big story that we have to kind of monitor is this level right here. We're almost there, okay? We have, the 4017 to talk about. That was at one point a very firm support level, a floor, if you will, that Pepe was bouncing off of. It was doing well until we did have that breakdown back in January towards the later part of that month. And then from there, guys, I think that this has all been kind of just a wash, because this was, coupled with a lot of the tariff discussions, a lot of volatility in the market. And then now, as we stand right here, as we wick up, we're very close to reclaiming this territory. And then once that does happen, I think Pepe will be firmly back into the mix. I think this is one of the, more appreciated crypto runs, I think, across the board as we look at a lot of top movers. Pepe has definitely taken the charge. One of my favorites, like I talk about on my channel, is Pepe the Frog. And this is kind of where we're looking at it right here. We're 50% from those all-time highs, okay? Just a little bit under 50%, and that's going to be the big storyline to follow. But I think that right now the target for me is at that 4017 mark. I want to see them get back above that, and then we can start talking some more longer-term perspective, okay? But what is actually happening, okay? And will we see a little correction? Whenever crypto is running hot, like we're seeing with Pepe, it's only natural to think, okay, how long can this go before it's exhausted? Unfortunately, it's not FUD, but it's just reality, okay? What goes up must go down eventually. And even if you look back into the bull run of 2021, all of those gains were erased and actually kind of resulted in giving everything back. And that's kind of where, as a trader, you have to be responsible about it, but you have to take profits, okay? That is something that I think a lot of people kind of lose track of, is nobody will ever fault you for making money with crypto, okay? If you make a trade, you win the trade. No one's ever going to fault you, okay? The only one that will fault you is yourself for not doing that, because if it does sell off and we do get kind of an exhausted rally, then you're left there holding the bag, and that's never a good thing whenever we look at it. And it's all fine and dandy. Pepe's up right now. We're doing well. Everybody's ecstatic. The market's full speed ahead. It's a fun time to trade. But if you're not taking profits, you're not winning until you actually do make that transaction. So please keep that in mind. Obviously, I'll never tell you guys to buy or sell a crypto, but that's just some common sense I wanted to reiterate for a lot of new traders out there in the market. Okay, but Pepe's still standing strong, slightly below what we've seen within Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. At one point, it was second in terms of meme coins, but this is something where we look from the low point this year up over 180% as this rally does continue. Also, we're seeing a lot of rising demand within the futures market. Open interest hitting a record high of 662 million. So big bets significantly increasing upon that March low of 165 million. But this is something, as we look at this acceleration, okay, we talk about kind of the breakout that we saw, Ethereum over 2,500. That's going to be the big storyline, right? Ethereum is pumping, and I've been saying it here on the channel, okay? If Ethereum's doing well, Pepe, Shiba Inu, both of those cryptos will also do well. And, when we saw those really low numbers for Pepe and everybody was kind of hating on the charts, I could tell by my views. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about Pepe. They quit watching. And that very much does correlate with the market sentiment. When my views are up, that's probably a good time to buy crypto, or vice versa. You want to buy when everybody else is not buying. But that's kind of how it goes. I firmly have a pretty good, a good beat, a grasp on the market, just because of the sentiment I get, I think directly does correlate with the views that I get here on YouTube. So that's one of the pros of doing this, is I get to kind of gauge the overall interest in the market, and it does help if you do want to kind of get in at a low level. If the views are down, that usually means crypto's down and nobody cares, and the summer months are coming. That's usually a dull season, but we had a little bit of a pause here, I think, within the Trump administration transitioning, and then the tariff talks. So everybody thought that fall we were going to see this breakout, this huge bull run that we historically saw, same time every 4 years, coinciding with the Bitcoin halving. And then now it's kind of, I think, been a little bit suspended, but now looking to resume as, Donald Trump and his administration really pushing the needle in the envelope, I think, forward for pro-crypto regulation. And it's had a trickle-down effect globally as we look at the EU along with other nations, even the Asian markets, all kind of following suit with what the United States has been doing, okay? So that's kind of what we have going on. I think the renewed trade optimism within the U.S. and China has been the biggest mover as the imports dropping, but also kind of a lot of the tariffs kind of softening in that stance. But I think that these countries are really holding the ball and kind of where the pace of volatile assets such as cryptocurrency are headed. Okay, so to put a bow on this, guys, I want to talk about kind of the Pepe price prediction that you can kind of get into. This is something where we look into what the crypto.news prediction has been several times. This is where we've seen a double bottom pattern form around the 5057 level, and now we're above that neckline of the 509212. So the double bottom is widely recognized as a bullish reversal formation, but now since then Pepe has become significantly overbought. RSI is above 84, and when we do have very hot cryptos, right, when crypto's running extremely hot, we usually do have a very healthy correction take place, and then from there we're gonna have to update you guys, because I think when that does happen, the next kind of conversation we have to have is how long will this correction take place? What is it going to mean for holders? And when will this reverse and start the next leg up? Okay. So staying above that zero is the first kind of defense that we have. That's kind of where we have to hold true. We have to hold that support above the 4-0 territory. If we do give back another zero, that's kind of where that correction would take place. And that's probably going to be another opportunity for people who missed this last pump. If you do believe in Pepe having future gains and really getting back to levels such as all-time highs, which, quite frankly, if we do give back that zero, you're looking at almost a roughly around a 300% gainer if we do hit all-time highs and give back that zero. But we're going to continue to follow the charts, continue to follow the patterns, keep you up to date with what's going on, everything Pepe Coin each and every single day. But right now, it's full speed ahead. I think that you can't discredit what we're doing here. And if you do follow the charts, you kind of understand what's happening. what we're showing you guys here on this full screen, this is a very bullish conversation to have, okay? And when I do these YouTube videos and I talk crypto and I talk to you guys about what's going on in the markets, I can tell you one thing, it's a lot easier for me to talk about crypto, and it's a lot more fun when we do have days such as what we're having here on the charts where Pepe is above the moving averages, we're moving, we're back up above the 4-0 territory, and it's going to be a fun ride. So let's see what happens. I want to talk about that level that I did allude to earlier. That is where this blue line is, the 4016, 4017. That's what we have to reclaim. I think once we reclaim that, possible for a correction, also possible for this kind of pump to continue on. So it's still kind of a wait and see approach, but it's also one with a little bit more of a hint of bullishness as we get deeper into the month of May. So appreciate you guys all tuning in, and I appreciate all of my support. All you guys that do hold Pepe and follow me, awesome. I really do appreciate it. If you don't, make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button before exiting this video. We'll be sure to cover Pepe each and every single day. And also, if you have not checked out my link down below, if you want to start trading on BTCC, you're looking for a new exchange, spot and leverage trading, make sure it's right for you. Start trading with me today. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. More to come. We will be at the Futurist up in Toronto. So we'll have a lot of cool updates, a lot of content, a lot of big faces and heads in crypto. Hopefully we get a couple interviews, some content coming in that regard. So stay tuned. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.